Hey everyone, welcome to this video. In this video we're going to talk about a new creature catching game that has been brought to my attention so this creature catching game is called Arolite Adventures. Now, the owner of the game called Auxi reached out to me on Discord asking if I could, if I could make a video on this game to help them out to bring more attention to the game. And it's a game that uses 2D to follow the Pokemon Brick Bronze aspect and stuff like that. So we're going to go straight into it. So the first thing that we have in this game that Auxi sent to me is Pambu. Pambu is a bamboo painted Arolite, which are the name of the creatures in the game. And it says this Arolite loves to play around in jungles and they love bamboo. They use bamboo to create shelter. Then it has obtainable in the Arolite lab. So what I think is, first of all, with the leaf icon, I think it might be a grass type. Not sure what they're calling it. Maybe they're calling it grass type, leaf type, stuff like that. But hopefully, when we get into farther into the game, we will know. And also obtaining an Arolite lab. So I'm guessing this is a starter Arolite, which is like, when you go into the lab, stuff like that kind of aspect, like Pokemon Bronze, Pokemon, all those things, where you go into the lab and get your things. So I'm guessing this is a starter. And yeah, the second leak we got is a leak of a water type called Silt. It's a sea lizard Arolite, and its description is this Arolite dwells in the sea ocean. It collects seaweed on its back while it's swimming. So you can kind of see the picture in the middle. I think the seaweed is that green outline thing on its back, so I can't really tell, but I think that might be the seaweed that's collected. I think those two yellow things are his eyes. I think the barber might be like the shape of them out, and those two under the white part, I think that might be his arms. I'm not really sure, but I'll let you guys know more on that when we get more leaks and stuff that into the game. And it's also obtained in Arolite lab, so I'm guessing the same thing about the starter is going to perhaps this is going to be the water starter. So we have the grass one, which was called if I'm right, Pambu. Yeah, Pambu. And now we have the Silt, which is the water starter. Then we have the third one called Zneck, and Zneck is a battery. I don't know, I think battery aspect, I think that's what it's called, battery aspect Arolite. And it says this Arolite lingers in humid areas. Znecks are really fast and recharge ease if they need a break. And it's obtained in the Arolite lab. So I guess this is like the third starter, unless there's more. I guess this is the third starter, and we can get down there. So you kind of see, it looks like a snake. You see the eye has the black yellow kind of skin to it, and you can see like a kind of energy, like kind of lightning bulb. I'm guessing like an energy bulb is. Maybe that's where it's like going to be like grab energy and stuff like that. And maybe like when it gets modeled into the game, you will be cool to see and stuff like that. So there's those three, and those are them. So we got the first three, which is Pambu, Silt, and Zneck. Then the next one that he gave me was, so that means it's a 4 starter. So we got Fulays, which is a fire type, and it says fire red Arolite, and it says Fulays are really rare Arolites. They can tell the temperature which their color obtainable in Arolite. Now I really like this one. This out of all the ones that I've seen, these are my favorite. This is my favorite one yet, and I think that when the game comes out, I feel like it's gonna be really cool. Like the way it looks cool right now, being like modeled pixelized. Imagine what it's gonna look like in game. Like, that's also really have to realize when you're doing creature catching game. Like imagine what it's gonna look like in games. I'm really excited to see where it's gonna go, because a lot of games are coming in with creature catching. I'm really excited to see where all those games go, and hopefully they get published onto Roblox. So, because that's one of my favorite genres. Like I said in the last video I made something like this. It's really my favorite genres I like to play. Alright, let's go to the next one. The next one is a legendary, and this one is really cool. I want that starter, and I also want this one as well, and it's called Plasma Beast. I'm guessing it's electric and beast type. I'm not sure, beast or something type there, and it's, so I think it's a Plasma Beast, beast type. Maybe that column might be beast, and it says legendary Plasma Beast Arolite. This Arolite possesses extreme levels of power. They can wield the most lightning out of Arolite. Now look at this design. The design looks really cool. I think these developers, they know exactly what they're doing, and I'm really happy to really see this design. Looks really cool, and like if it looks cool, especially like that, imagine what it would look like modeled. It would look really cool, and I hope that it would be really cool in game to see. It says untenable in, and it's not been discussed yet, so when it comes there, I can make a part 2 on this video to get you guys more information. But this is designed by Henneke967. I'm guessing that's on Twitter, and background by OG Froggy. The next one we're going to go to is I think it's Chloropeck, if I'm right, like Chloroplast, Chloropeck, which this one looks like a grass and flying type to me, because it does look like a wings, yeah, flying type, and it says the plant perching Arolite, and we can see the green, we can see how it looks in the middle. I think you can see the 2 leaves on his back, and the description is, this Arolite lives in trees and likes to eat bug types. They usually roost during the evening, and it's designed by OG Froggy and background by OG Froggy. And this one looks really cool. It really reminds me of the basic flying type, like Pidgey. If you guys play Loomian Legacy, it reminds me of what's it called? Not Pidgey. It's not called Pidgey. I forgot what it's called. But I forgot what it's called in Loomian Legacy. But there's a bird type Loomian which is there, and it just really reminds me of that. I think it's got Sturtle or something like that. I can't remember. I can't remember off my head, but it kind of reminds me of like the basic flying type that you can catch in it. But usually these flying types are always normal type, but this one now is a grass and flying type, which is really unusual for me to see as a bird. I don't think I've seen a Pokemon that's grass and flying type. Maybe I've missed it somewhere, but I've seen like a one evolution, or where this, and it's obtainable in the wild. I don't think I've ever seen a evolution or member evolution that's just been grass and flying type, when it's kind of like a basic bird, or starting like ones that you can find in the root or in the grass, stuff like that. The next one that we have is called Bee Blast, which looks to be a bug and fire type, and it says the rocket bug Arolite. These Arolites are extremely fast. They can speed bird around that hunt them down, but I think they can outspeed. I missed it. They can outspeed birds, Arolites that hunt them down, but the evolution of the bird Arolite can usually catch up to this Arolite. So I'm guessing it's talking about the last one, which was if I'm correct, if it was a Chloropex. I'm guessing it's talking about Bee Blast and Chloropex. That they kind of fight together, and like Durant and Heat. Is it Heatmore? Yeah, Durant and Heatmore in Pokemon. How they kind of like both contribute to each other. Like this one they both hate each other and common enemies, stuff like that. So maybe that might be Chloropex, and then when Chloropex like evolves into something bigger, it can catch this one. But once it's Chloropex is just in its in its first evolution, then what you call it, Arolite is attacking them. Maybe like kind of mess up and stuff like that. And it also says that it's also attainable in the wild. It's really cool to see that it's attainable in the wild. And I really think that us being able to see this game will really be good for us. For us to see more content creating games on and stuff like that. For some reason, my monitor just blinked, but we're good now. So it's attainable in the wild. It's designed by OG Froggy and background is made by OG Froggy. Next league that we have, which reminds me of something else, but it's called Toxico, and it's a toxic lizard Arolite. And it says these toxic Arolites live near swamps and caves. They lick other Arolites, giving the licked Arolite status effect poison, which makes sense because it's called Toxico, and it also is toxic lizard, and it also looks like it has a poison tag on there as well. It's also designed by OG Froggy, background by OG Froggy, and it's also saying that it's also attainable in the wild. So maybe all these Arolites will be able to be seen in the wild, and that would be really cool if we can see all this. I'm not sure what those 2 yellow and red arrow things on the side mean, but hopefully maybe as this video comes out, maybe developers will be able to tell me what all those mean. And I think I'm correct. That's all the leaks that Auxi sent me. So if you guys enjoyed this video, let me know. I'm gonna put the Discord if possible. I'll let you guys know in the comments. I'll put the Discord and all the information that I can find that for you guys to follow this game. I really encourage that you guys follow this game. I'm telling you, there's a lot of creature captain games that's coming on Roblox, and I really think it's a good idea, especially if you like playing Pokemon, stuff like that. I think it's a really good idea for you to tap into all these games and watch the development and play each other game. Like there's a lot of creature captain games, so if one game becomes boring, you can come to another one. Stuff like that. I really think it's really cool, especially for me. Like I really have a big fan, big energy and fan and kind of excitement towards this type of game. So I hope you guys also have that kind of enjoyment if you guys are watching this video. And this is your first time watching the video, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that bell and set the notification center. I post a video like this, you'll be able to see more content creating games that's coming on Roblox and stuff like that. Like I said, make sure to follow up with this game if you're interested. I have all the descriptions in the description, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.